to go through some announcements, some product updates, and then we'll take some questions. So if this is your first time joining, we do these every Monday night as kind of a quick update for the community. I'm usually joined by Juan, who's our CTO. If you don't know me, I'm the founder of Entre and CEO, and we'll have a couple other people from our team come up and share a few things and say what's up and go through some updates. Let me start with the app updates and release notes here. We kind of grouped two release notes into one. So if you were updating the app, there's a good amount of stuff that was updated. If you don't have this app icon on your app on your phone, then you don't have the latest version. So make sure that you update with the new app icon. In the stores, it should be 0.51, right? So what is it, 2.4.51 or something like that? I forget the actual. But the latest version that you guys should all have is 2.4.51. If you don't have that, please update it. We were working on a bunch of bug fixes. You'll also notice that the biggest change is to live streaming and meetings. So and hopefully this works when I minimize it, but we're having some issues with this. So hopefully you guys can still see this. The biggest update is going to be when you're creating a live stream or meeting. Now these two are actually set up properly. So if you click this is going to open up a live streaming window. And I don't want to click it because it's going to kick me out of this. So if you click create meeting, now you can start an instant meeting or scheduled meeting. Meetings are always private rooms. So this is going to allow you to, at any given point in time, anytime you want to meet someone on Entre, or even if they're not on Entre yet, you can just come in here. You can drop in a title, right? Demo or hello or hey or whatever you want to do, or whatever meeting. And then you can just spin up an instant meeting room at any given point in time, and then share that link out to anyone, and they'll be able to join that private meeting room here on Entre, right? They can also sign in to the room as a guest, so they don't even need to create an account, and they can just put in their name, and in 2 seconds they'll be in the meeting room, and you'll be meeting with them on Entre. It's pretty cool. I think it's going to help a lot. And then you can also do a scheduled meeting. So let's say that you wanted to meet someone later in the week. You can set it to repeat, select the date and time. You can do a virtual meeting here on Entre, or you can also do an in-person meeting if you're meeting someone in real life. And then you just add them as a guest. This would pull up basically anyone from your contact list or mutual follows, and you'll be good to go. So that's really the two big things. It's updating it. So the live streams, these are public rooms, just like a normal live stream, or a meeting, which would be a private room. So we just wanted to make that new flow super simple. We're going to continue to add more features and functionality for streamers and people who do want to do more live streams, and make sure that people are really getting the most out of Entre as a streaming platform. One of the things being able to actually earn crypto during a live stream, that is coming, and that is we are working on that. Let me just check the room chat. Okay, everything's good. Besides that, as far as new updates and new features, not really too much as far as in this last build. We are going to it's been mostly bug fixes and everything, especially on Android. We're continuing to work and improve all of that. updated screen sharing to 1080p. Juan, is that, I don't know what we upgraded to or what the screen sharing quality is. You can confirm that maybe.
I think it's
I still thought
1080p, yeah.
Or is it 1080?
I think so.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we were having some issues on the recording side, but I think they're fixed now.
Okay. Improvements coming to streaming video. I'm guessing, Caleb, you're talking about like restreaming to YouTube or Twitch or other platforms directly from Entre. Yeah, that's going to be, that's still not really a high priority for us at this moment. It's going to only stream out to Entre. What we would like to do is figure out if someone is a DSO user in their streaming, that their stream would go out to the rest of the DSO apps. That would be really cool to display a live stream onto other platforms, but we're still kind of figuring that out a little bit. Will you be able to pin a host or creator for everyone to spotlight their camera? Good question. I think, it's something that right now you can, in DOZ, I'm not sure if you're talking about in the recording or if you mean just on stage, just like we're talking right now, where you could make my image bigger and Juan and Sean smaller. That functionality, like during the actual live stream, we're gonna work towards. We're trying to make that better, but it's very difficult, especially across all different devices and stuff. What we are gonna be working towards is resizing video cards so they fit the screen. So meaning if there's only one person on stage, their video is going to be huge. If there's two people, then it's going to shrink to fit 2, 3, and so on. So it's going to be better. The number of cards will shrink depending on how many people are on stage. And so eventually it will end up like a grid view with 25 cards on the screen at the same time, like kind of like Zoom does, essentially. Have you compiled have you changed how recordings are compiled? Just curious. Recordings you're able to access recordings in a grid. So if you come to your recordings section in this drop-down menu, recordings, you're going to be able to download recordings from the audio, speaker view, or grid view. And that's kind of like the speaker view would just be one person, whoever's talking, and then grid view will be basically everybody on stage at the same time. Okay. What else do we got? Hang on. Let's say just if you could then continue to sweet. Yes. Funny how Clubhouse still hasn't done this. Yes. Great. Currently, okay. I think we're okay. If you guys have other questions, I was just reading all the room chat. Okay. Yeah, I think we're if you guys have other questions about that, happy to answer it. Live stream is something that I think we want people doing. I think we can make it better, and I think we can create a great experience for people. But we're also going to be directing a lot of our attention and focus over the next couple weeks and months on the marketplace and streamlining the job posting and job application process. Right now, we've already implemented basically the first version of letting people upload a resume as they're applying for a job. And we're going to continue to build that out. So the goal is to, when someone's applying, for them to submit the resume and a message, instantly start a message with them and the hiring manager. so that whoever is hiring is able to get the resume and have a way to message and communicate with that person immediately, and then start a conversation or set up a meeting with them if they want. We're going to continue to work towards doing this and figuring out the best way to make it easier, because we're still going to have to figure out how to integrate calendar booking. For right now, people can just use Calendly or whatever other thing that they want to use to schedule out interviews and all of that. And we hope that people will use Entre to do the meeting and stuff. But it's a little tricky right now. We're working on continuing to improve that and update it. But yeah, we're working on it. Resizing will be great one time with them. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you'll start seeing some of these improvements over the next few weeks with the rooms. We wanted to finalize the live streaming and meeting separation to make it very clear and make it easy for users to understand the difference between them. Because previously we had like rooms, and then you could do a public or private room, but then you can only schedule meetings, which didn't really make sense. So meetings now are all private, and you can do instant or schedule meetings. And then live streams are obviously public. And live streaming will have a few little different features and functionalities as well. But it seems like a lot of creators and people who are really interested in that are going to use it a lot and find a lot of value in that as well. Caleb, if you have a question, just drop it in the room chat. I don't know if we're going to bring anybody up on stage, just to be fair to everybody. But if you have a question, just drop it in the room chat. I see you have your hand raised. And then besides that, like I was mentioning, we're a part of the marketplace is going to be updating and allowing people to create business profiles. This is going to be basically part of the process for creating a community or team inbox, which we're working on right now. So this is going to, as we roll this out, we're probably going to roll out essentially communities and business profiles at the same time. We're working on a flow now for this, but as more and more people are posting jobs, and we're already seeing people have business, like basically set up their profiles as businesses. We don't really want that. We want individuals creating a business and adding themselves as an admin to that, or other people, and then getting an automatic inbox and way to communicate with their team. Or if their business is a community, then they can use it that way as well. So we're working towards that process, which will have more information, and probably I'll be able to show everyone the first kind of, I guess you could say, step of that here soon. What we're likely going to do is update our community waitlist to be the business profile waitlist, and then we'll kind of go from there. But I'll keep you guys in the loop with all of that, and we'll talk more about that likely next week. Will there be any live streams that are pushed out to everyone on Entre versus just followers? I think we're going to figure out the best way to get the most amount of people that would be interested in live streams to show up to live streams. I think it can get very noisy if there's a bunch of notifications going on for every live stream, but kind of like Clubhouse. Like, I had to turn off my push notifications immediately, when I joined there, because the push notifications were just ridiculous. And I think it can be tricky. I think one way of doing it would be if someone that is obviously, if someone that you're following is starting a live stream, you should get notified. But if someone that's like a second degree follow away, meaning that I'm following someone and then they're following someone else, well, maybe I might be interested in that person too, right? Or if the live stream has like a title or a topic that I've set as my preference topic as well, then I would get notified around that topic also. So, yeah, exactly, Caleb. Yeah, the topic thing is going to be big because at scale, that's going to be the best way to do it. I shouldn't get notified on any live stream of someone that I'm not following or a topic that I'm not following. And that way you'll be able to filter everything. The tricky thing is with that is people could just select the most popular topics to get the most amount of notifications so that they can, get the most amount of people to join the room, even though they might not be talking about that thing. But yeah, I think that's going to be the best way to go about it going forward. But, we're going to see really how popular live streaming is within our network as we start pushing this out and as we start getting bigger creators on and influencers on the platform. And we'll keep everyone in the loop with all of that. You'll definitely start to see a lot more users coming onto the platform, which you may have already noticed. We're starting to do a lot more, or not really even a lot, but we're starting to do some marketing. And you'll start noticing more and more people coming onto the platform. And it's only going to increase as we continue to make announcements and stuff going forward. So if there are any, ideas and stuff that you guys have or issues that you're having, please let us know as we, try to basically wrap up everything that we're trying to get done in these next few weeks here. Let's see. Sorry, join the room. Who is Entre designed for? Entre is designed for Web3 professionals, entrepreneurs, freelancers, creators, really, and it's not really even just web people in Web3 or already in crypto and blockchain and stuff, but people who are also interested in learning about those industries, right? We started as a broad-based community for entrepreneurs. And as we've grown over the last couple of years, we've kind of branched out into more of a modern professional network with an emphasis on Web3 features and functionality, letting people connect their crypto wallets, letting people earn money with crypto easier and faster. And we're going to continue to build out features and functionality to streamline that whole process so that, more and more people can make money with crypto and more people can pay for things with crypto, right? So those are two big things. At the same time, it's like helping people manage their hiring flows, helping people build their teams, pay people, work together in this new virtual remote world that requires different features and functionality and a way to work. So that's really what we're doing. If you have more questions on that, happy to answer them. But you can think of us as a modern and better version of LinkedIn with some more functionality like Zoom and Upwork and those kind of platforms. Okay. Any other questions before we wrap up? Juan or Sean, do you guys want to mention anything before we close out here?
Nope, all good. Just what you already said, try to update your app as often as possible. And yeah, we push updates on web. If you find any issues, just try to refresh and try again, because we are pushing like daily, even twice or 3 times per day. So, and if you don't see like something fixed, just please report it. You can DM me or Michael or Sean I mean, anyone in the team will be able to help you get through any issues.
Yeah, there's also the support, like, we have the support tab in the help center as well. And obviously, like, that's, helpful. As you do come into issues, make sure that you're letting us know, like, what platform it's happening on, or if you can take screenshots or recording, that's extremely helpful for us as well. And yeah, I think, like, we're going to be continuing to push new updates, frequently. I would recommend putting auto update onto your phone for the app so that you don't have to keep downloading a new version of it. That's usually the best way to do it. So the best way to update the app is to just go to the App Store and just type in Entre, and it will show up, and then you'll see basically a button to update the app. Or open the app. If you see if the button says open, then you're on the latest version. If it says update, then you're on an old version. You should update it. There's not really I don't know if there's another, like, easy way of noticing. We're going to be working on adding pop-ups within the app so that users who aren't on the latest version will get a push notification or a pop-up within the app to let them know that they need to update the app. We're going to continue to work on that as well. And hopefully that will allow people to, update the app easier. The other thing that we are also working on and testing are web push notifications. And we're going to continue to try to optimize that as well, especially for, like, meetings and live streams and stuff like that. It's going to be really helpful for. Besides that, I think that's mostly everything I wanted to cover. If you guys are looking for jobs or hiring, there's a bunch of new jobs in the marketplace. If you want to check them out, and I would highly recommend posting a job, because we're going to be starting to get a lot more people to apply for these different roles and positions. And if you need help with a certain role, let us know, and we'll help find applicants for you as well. But with that being said, I don't think there's any other, like, events or anything going on this week, Sean, that people should check out. I guess there's a couple new ones that Miriam's doing that might be worth checking out. It looks like Hybert's doing one as well on Thursday. Nice. Like to see that. And I'm just going to share this. So if you guys come to the calendar section, you'll see all the different events and stuff that are going on. This one's going on right now, Grammar Hub, Investor Office Hours with Scott and Steve. I think it's just going to be Steve tonight, but Steve is an angel investor. He's invested in over 60 companies. Good guy to talk to. Miriam's going to be hosting this one about building SaaS products. We have Web3 Wednesdays. Started Up is going to be with building it out, their new mastermind on how to, like, build a strong network and grow your startup. Toastmasters, and then we have also on, I believe this is Thursday, how to launch your business on Instagram. Hybrid is also doing, okay, so this is Wednesday, this is Thursday, Trade Talk with Hybrid. Nice, like that. Network Incubator, good stuff. And then YouTube competitors live stream as well. That's the following week, but some cool events going on. Definitely recommend signing up for those and getting your ticket so that you get the calendar invite and everything to get reminded. But with that being said, I don't think there's anything else I wanted to cover. Let me check the room chat and see if there's anything else going on. If you guys have any questions, drop them in now before we wrap up here. And expect a new build and some new updates later this week. We'll be making those announcements as they come. And yeah, look for some changes to the marketplace here later this week. But I think we're good. All right. Well,
Hindsight asked if you wanted to room stream the NBA playoffs, would that be a problem?
if you wanted to stream the NBA playoffs,
I just said the FPS might be a little slow, but unless you got crazy good internet, but
if you wanted to stream the NBA playoffs, am I hearing that right?
yes, onto an Entre room.
Okay. I mean, technically that's illegal. So we probably don't want it going on here on Entre. There's a lot of other sites to do that on. Yeah, it's definitely I mean, we're not going to get in trouble likely, but there's a bunch of other sites to, go on if you're trying to stream sports. You know what I mean? I'd recommend something like Stream East, or there's a bunch of them out there to check out. So yeah, I'm not a web developer, coder, is anything on Entre for someone like me. So what are you? What if you want to describe yourself maybe a little bit? You don't have your profile filled out, so I can't really. If you want to explain what you're looking for, that might be helpful. But yeah, I mean, it's not just for web developers or coders at all. I mean, the vast majority of people on here are not coders at all. Like the majority of people on here are entrepreneurs or freelancers or all sorts of stuff. What if he streamed in a private meeting? Yeah, I mean, technically, like, there's nothing that we're going to be able to do about that. Right? Like, if he streams in a private meeting, it is what it is, right? That's the tricky thing. Like, same thing if you open up a Zoom, a private Zoom, like, no one's going to know. The tough part is like when you do something public. If I still stream the commercials, is that a liability issue or private meeting? Yeah, I mean, again, let's try to stay away from illegally streaming sports. That's not really the intended use. But what happens in private meetings, we can't really affect. What we are likely going to be implementing is a limit on private rooms and also public rooms for free users. So if you're not a pro user, we're probably going to be rolling in a limit on how long you can do, rooms for. So to prevent against like stuff like this, but we'll see what happens. Just go through reading about buying Twitter and being nice. Yeah, so this is all really hopefully the start of decentralized social as a whole category. If you're not familiar with DeSo, that is the blockchain that we're building on top of and integrating. So if a user wanted to, they could sign up and log in with their DeSo wallet, which is a crypto wallet, and everything that they would post, their profile, everything that they would do would be on the blockchain and completely owned and controlled by them. We do still let users log in and sign up with email, Google, Apple if they want to, because they may be not familiar with the Web3 world and it's too complicated for them to figure out how to create a wallet, sign up, buy tokens, all of that. And we want to make it easy for people. So if you have questions about that, read our docs, message us, we're happy to help and share more information about that. We're going to start having a lot more information on that come out soon. And, we'll start figuring out better ways of doing that across the board. I also totally forgot to stream this out on Clubhouse while we were doing this. I need to remember to do that next time. Anyways, I think we're good. If there's no more questions, I think we'll wrap things up here. Appreciate everyone for coming out. And, if you came in late or missed some of it, check out our YouTube channel. It'll be posted up there probably tomorrow or later in the week. And, if there's other questions that we weren't able to get to, or if you have other ideas or feedback for us, let us know. Happy to help. Happy to talk to anyone as we continue to grow this. This is just like the very beginning of, Entre and everything that we're doing. And we have a lot of stuff coming soon. Will we stream any simple issue or any permission? Yeah, exactly. Like technically anything that you're streaming from like any of these platforms, you're not really allowed to like stream it out through a third party and make it public for people who aren't paying for that content. So yeah, it's kind of a lot of people do it. It's definitely a gray area. It's definitely not something that we want to focus on and have people be doing here on our platform. But there's a lot of different things that you can do with this. So let us know if you have questions about it. But I would try to avoid those because we might tighten up. And if you are streaming a bunch of illegal stuff, we very well could just shut down your rooms because that's against our community guidelines and terms and everything, and we could get in trouble for it. So we're gonna probably stay away from all of that. If there's any other questions, let me know. And besides that, I think decentralized banking, all good stuff. I mean, there's a lot of smart people here, and definitely ask questions if you're new. And we're gonna be happy to answer everything. And a lot of this is just education, networking, meeting other people in this industry, and people doing cool stuff. So besides that, everyone have a great rest of your Monday night. Have a great week. Have some fun this week. Make some money this week. And take care. Hopefully, if things go well, we'll start doing a lot more marketing, and you'll start seeing the community growing a lot. But we just need to fix a few more things on the app, and then it's off to the races. But have a great week, everyone. Juan, Sean, anything else before we wrap up? Good. Okay, cool. Thanks, guys. I'll see you soon. Have a great week, everybody.
Have a good night. Have a great week. Peace.
See you, everyone.
Bye.
If you'd like to connect and network with other like-minded people, entrepreneurs, investors, freelancers, and startups, check out our app or go to our website, joinentre.com. Thank you so much for being a part of our community. If there's anything that we can do to help you, please reach out to us and let us know.